Hi, welcome to our total body reset. Let's get started today. My name is Skylar Ramirez. We're going to go ahead and start with some outer hip stretches that link into your low back. Let's take the feet out wide. Go ahead and lift your left toe and swivel it out to the side. This is one that we've been practicing a lot. Let's bend our right knee, and as you push into that right hip, maybe go ahead and hinge at the hip, flip the tailbone back, and come down nice and slow. You might start to feel this on the inside of your left leg. We are getting into the psoas muscle. From here, to intensify this stretch, let's take our top arm up and overhead. Your left hand can be down on the thigh. You could slide it to the shin. Avoid any pressure on your kneecap. From here, turn the thumb away from you or thumb down, and go ahead and bring that hand into the low back. As you inhale, pull that right shoulder up, press it back, push the left shoulder forward, and begin to turn and look up towards the ceiling. Push into the inner blades of your feet while you feel your knees trying to rotate out towards your pinky toes. I know it sounds like a strange cue, but I promise it helps to stabilize your knee joints. One more big breath into the upper right lung. Exhale, slowly bring the right hand to the hip. From here, we're bending the left knee, straightening the right leg. Go ahead and bring the elbow or the hand onto the thigh. Inhale, reach that top arm up, and then sweep it overhead. Let's look over to our left foot. Press this time into the outer blade of your right foot. Inhale into that space underneath your right rib, and at the top of the breath, reach a little more so that you feel the stretch is happening directly at the waistline. We're reaching overhead with the hand while we push down and back with that right foot. One more big breath. Exhale, come up. Bring the hands to shoulder height like a T. Let's straighten both legs this time. Tilt the tailbone back. If you hear any pops or creaks, it's probably me. It's been a long day. But just know that if you feel anything in your body that is painful, all you gotta do is bend that front knee. It's probably gonna take any tension out of your hip. Let's reach out with the left hand. Try reaching the armpit up and over your knee. Take the hand down, noticing where it lands naturally. If it lands on the knee, go ahead and decide if you're gonna take it above or below the knee. Let's take that top arm up. This is one we've been practicing. We're turning the thumb down and away again. This time we're bringing it in. Let your hip fold in just a little bit and reach for the inside of that left foot. As you inhale, pull the hand in towards the waist and open the right hip again. So this is going to be a lot of swiveling into the hip socket. Turn the thumb away, bring the hand down, turn that right hip in, reach for the inside of the left foot, pull the hand in towards the waist like you're starting a lawnmower, and as you inhale, open it up and press your right hip back behind you. One more time. Turn the thumb back, bring it down, let that right hip fold in, pull the hand in towards the waist, and peel open through the pelvis. From here, let's all bend that left knee, rise on up, arms at shoulder height. Let's swivel our left foot in, take the right toe out to the side. Maybe bring the hands to the hips for now. Bend the left knee, and as you do bend that left knee, flip your hips back. Maybe bring the right hand onto the thigh, or maybe even down past the knee to the shin. Extending the top arm up. Continue to hinge the hips back with that left knee bent and right leg straight. Let's turn the thumb away. Bring the hand down into the low back. Inhale, pull the left shoulder back. Press your right shoulder forward, looking up towards the ceiling. Holding it there, maybe just two more big breaths, accentuating the breath in your upper left lung. One more big inhale. And exhale. Let's take our left hand to the hip, switching out the knee bend. Right knee bends, left leg straight. From here, slide either the hand up onto your right thigh, or it can be right elbow onto the right thigh. Let's take the top arm up, lift the palm overhead, holding in a big stretch at the waist. So for this one, we're keeping that active bend in the right knee. Press back into the outer edge of your left foot And now inhale with the outer edge of the left foot glued to the floor, reach out of your waistline at the top of the breath. We're gonna do this one more time. Big breath, big inhale. Exhale, and now come up. Hands come up like a T, holding it here. Let's straighten our right leg. Both legs straight, tilting the tailbone back, reaching the armpit over the knee, taking the hand down, noticing again where it lands. If a low reach is compromising your spine alignment, or if you're not breathing very well, bring the hand up higher. That's usually safer. Let's take our top arm up. From here, turn the thumb away. Sweep it down, let the left hip drop in and roll in a little bit, reaching for the inside of that right foot. Take it up, pull it into the waist, and peel open the hips. Big inhale, reach, turn the thumb away, circle it down, let the hip drop, reach for the inside of the foot. Now, just like starting a lawnmower, pull the elbow in by the waist, peel open the pelvis, the chest, and the hips. One more time, big inhale, reach, sweep it down, reach towards the inside of the right foot, pull up into the waist, and now inhale, reach it up and hold it there, just for at least one more big breath into the upper left lung. Big breath in and exhale. Let's take our top hand, bring it down onto the hip or waist, bending the right knee. We're pushing off, extending the arms like a T again. Let's swivel our right toe forward. We can have the toes forward, or if you'd like to experiment with really opening up the side and the back, turn your toes in. So it's pigeon toe, but it is not knock knee. That's the difference. You can have the toes in, just keep the legs straight. Let's take those arms up and overhead. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, let the armpits retract. Two more. Big inhale, reach. Act like you're holding on to a beach ball or a bowling ball. Exhale, retract. One more time. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, retract. Next inhale, we're making a big circle around with the arms. Inhale, take it back. Place the flat part of the hands on your low back. Hold it right there. Fingertips can be down, or the fingertips can be out to the side. That little adjustment can make all the difference in your rotator cuff. Breathe into your chest and exaggerate a broadness around your heart. Big inhale into the nose, stretching through the chest. Exhale, relax. It is going to stretch the intestines and abdominal wall. Big inhale. Exhale, let the breath do all the work. The breath is going to support the muscles. Big inhale, open up. Exhale, let it go. Now just stay here. Inhale in place. Exhale, push the tailbone back and maybe come down with just 10% of your effort. Not too much effort. We don't want to come down too far on this. We're taking our left hand across to the right leg. And as we do this, push your left hip back, press your right hip forward. I promise I said it right. Promise. So we're reaching to the right. Normally your left hip would swivel in. We don't want that twist. So push the left hip back, reach over to the right, pressing your right hip forward. From here, if you want, try extending that right arm out as if you're going to shake hands with somebody walking towards you, from behind you, about 45 degrees towards your right hip. Big inhale into the upper right lung. Exhale, bring both hands down onto respective legs. Right hand to the right leg, left leg to the left. And now completely relax. Hang your head, hang like a rag doll. Shake the head yes, and turn it left and right. From here, go ahead and turn the heels in and the toes out. Take a little bend into the knee. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. 5-pointed star. Toes out, heels in. On the next exhale, bend the knees, seeing that they go in the same direction as the toes. Pull the elbows in tight, squeeze into that armpit area. Imagine you're trying to hold, like, I don't know, a ballpoint pen, a pencil, chopsticks underneath your armpits. Squeeze them in tight. Come down low through the hips. Now you can let your hips flip back. By all means, you don't have to be like a toast in a toaster. You don't have to be straight down like a piece of toast. Push your hips back and let your chest come forward. Don't drop down, but come forward. Inhale, bring it up, all the way up, tuck the tailbone under, open the front of the hip, reach the arms overhead, 5-pointed star. Go ahead and look up, especially important if you've had to look down a lot today. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, bend the knees, pull the elbows in. Let's repeat that 3 more times. Inhale, reach up. Option to look up. Exhale, pull it down. Knees go in the same direction as the toes. Inhale, reach it up. This is our last one. Exhale, bring it down. Knees in the same direction as the toes. Hands onto the hips. Take the toes forward and straighten the legs. From here, option to turn the toes in. We're moving into that twist again. Bring the arms overhead. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, relax a little. 2 more. Inhale, big reach. Look up. Exhale, relax. You might feel a stretch in your intestines. 1 more. Big breath. Exhale, relax. Stay right here. Inhale at center. Next breath, palms forward, sweep it around. Hands to the low back. Big inhale into the heart. Exhale, lead with the heart, flipping the hips back only down with 10% effort, 10% range of motion, not too far. Maybe go ahead and push into the left foot and let your right hip come up a little bit. This is going to help to counterbalance the twist in a different way. We're taking our right arm across while you keep that right hip slightly shifted and reaching for the outside of your left leg. Looking over the left shoulder. While we're in that twist, remember to push that left hip, the right hip back, press the left hip forward. From here, option to extend that left arm behind us. Thumb is facing up as if we're going to shake hands with someone approaching towards that left hip. Breathe into the upper left lung. Big inhale. Notice you can open that shoulder a little more on the inhale. Exhale, soften. 1 more. Big breath in. Exhale, soften. Left hand onto the left leg. Right hand onto the right leg. Hanging loose. Finding a little symmetry in the body to decompress the spine. Shake your head yes. Turn it left and right. Go ahead and start angling the heels in with the toes out and bend the knees. Walking the hands up onto the thighs. From a flat back, inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. 5-pointed star again. Go ahead and adjust your foundation in the feet. Naturally, they might be a little more narrow in the sequence, but you can take it wider. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take it down. Pull the elbows in tight. Inhale up. Try pulling the elbows behind the ribs so that it's almost as if your front ribs protrude while the elbows go behind the side ribs and the waist. It almost looks like you're doing the chicken. It does. Look. That's what it looks like. Big inhale, bring it up. Exhale down. Take it up. Big breath in. We're going to switch it up this time. On the next exhale, we're bending the knees, flipping the hips back. Take your left arm in front of the right arm, sweeping towards the floor. Inhale, take it up. Left arm in front of the right arm. Exhale down. Right arm in front of the left. Keeping the back flat. Inhale up. Right arm in front of left. Inhale. Exhale. Left in front of right. Inhale up. Left in front of right. Exhale down. Right in front of left. Last one. Inhale up. Right in front of left. A little left-right framework. Take the hands to the hips. Go ahead and bring the feet into the width of your hips or your pelvis. From here, hands can stay at the waist for the first few repetitions. This is going to be a linear movement to help not only with total body coordination and balance, but also with left-right brain hemisphere. Let's start by taking our weight over into the left foot, lifting the right toe, pushing off the heel to lift the right knee. Hold it right there. From here, let it down. Shift into your right foot, lift the left toe. Make sure that right knee is soft so that the leg is not locked out. Let's push off the heel and lift the left knee. Drop your hip to keep it level. Take it down. Let's try a few more. You might want to rock back onto the heels a little bit. This way we're truly starting with a toe lift, knee, adjust the hip. Take it down, toe, knee, adjust that hip. Good, one more on each side. Right toe lifts, lift the knee, adjust the hip. Other side, left toe, left knee lift, adjust the hip. Let's add on to it. Right toe up, right knee lift. Drop the hip, hips are level. Got it. Take the left arm up, all the way up. Big breath in, reach. You are doing so good. Try to kick that right leg out. And the final part is to add a twist. Option to extend the right arm behind you. Ooh, that one's fun. When you're ready, let both your hands and feet come to center. Go ahead and shake it off to reset. Let's do the other side. Lifting the left toe. Lifting the knee. Drop the hip. Extension through that right arm. Now, here's the trick. The higher the arm goes, the more it's actually going to pull diagonal. It's called the spiral line of fascia. It's going to try to pull your hip up. So this can be really challenging. Push that hip down. From here, we can always add in an extension with the leg. And now take it across. Option to take the left hand away. So you're shaking hands, left hand, right hand, handshake, thumbs up. When you're ready, bring it to center and set it down. All right, let's try that a few more times on each side. We're going to continue to break it down in a linear way so we recruit all of the necessary muscles to stabilize joints, preventing injury. All right, so first of all, you don't have to start with your hands at your hips. Some people balance better with their hands nice and free. You can even imagine you're holding on to a broomstick. Sometimes this helps. Let's lift the right toe and lift the knee. Good. Extending left arm. Push through the heel. Drop that hip. Whoa. Whoa. If you want, add in the twist. Extension back through that right arm. You can look in the direction of your hands or keep your gaze forward. That also makes a difference. Kick it a little higher. 1, 2, 3. Act surprised. 1, 2, 3. And now let it come down to center. All right, other side. From here, lift the left toe and lift the knee. Again, step by step, drop that hip. Right arm up. Left leg extension. Twist it across. Option to extend the left arm out from the shoulder joint. Act surprised. 1, 2, 3. Kick that toe up. 1, 2, 3. Little higher. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. All right. Inhale, both arms straight up overhead. Exhale, take it back. 2 more. Big breath in. Exhale back. Last one. Big breath in. And exhale back. Hands to the hips. Feet are at hips width or pelvis width. So I will say this. If the exercise we just did was really challenging, maybe bring your feet in just a little more narrow because we are going to integrate some of that. Keep the knees bent. Let's step our right foot back a very casual stride. It is such a casual stride that you're able to rotate the right toe completely forward so that you're on a couple of 2x4s or railroad tracks. Bend the front knee a tiny bit. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, come down maybe 10%. Just 10%. Our backs have already practiced this. Breathe into your heart, pull the shoulder blades back. Exhale in place. From here, bend the back knee as well and start peeling up that back heel. Right heel peels up. Keep looking ahead. Keep lifting the ribs and lifting the collarbones over that front knee. Option to come onto the tippy toe of your right foot. And now maybe hover that foot It's enough to stay on the tippy toe. Your body is already weight bearing more on the left leg, working on bone density. So lifting the foot is just a little added, it's a little something else. If you want, start pressing that foot back. And the more we extend the leg, the more we will need to drop the chest. It's based on physics, lever length and physics. Remember to smile about it. This is meant to be playful and fun. At any time, you can tap it down, recalibrate, and then pick it back up. Hold it for at least 2 more breaths. Big inhale and exhale. One more big breath. And exhale, tap it in on the toe next to your left foot. Let's add in the movements. Lift the toe with the knee. Extend the left arm up. Kick the right leg out. Twist it over. Drop the right hip. Inhale, lift your chest. And now exhale, bring it to center and set it down. Kick it all off. I know that was challenging. I know it was. All right, especially if you've had to sit a lot today. All right, from here, take the feet in. Again, a little more narrow is usually going to provide a better center of gravity. It's not to say that it's easier or harder, but center of gravity is usually closer to your spine. From here, inhale, arms overhead, stepping the left foot back the very shortest stride, seeing that both toes are forward. So I would say in a short stride, I have between my right heel and my left toe, probably the length of a dollar bill. That's it. From here, we're keeping a bend in that right knee. Inhale, reach it up. Keep pushing down hard into your left heel. Come down, shoulders in alignment with the fingers. Maybe reach the fingers back. Only down with maybe 10% effort. Our low backs have already practiced this for strength. We can hold it right here. This is absolutely enough to build strength. But if you're curious and want to get playful with it, bend the left knee, dip down, flip your hips back a little more. As soon as we bend that back knee, we have more pelvis, lumbar spine mobility. Coming up onto the tippy toe. Remember, you're already weight bearing primarily in the right leg, bone density improvement, so you don't have to lift that back toe. But if you want to experiment, go ahead and lift it up. And if you choose to extend the leg, drop the chest a little bit. Keep looking slightly ahead. Set the gaze somewhere on the floor so that we don't have to lift the head and neck too much. Remember to smile. We are staying at least 2 or 3 more cycles of breath, hopefully moving towards a 30-second hold, really repaving some neurological pathways. It's not always about strength and flexibility. It's about how the brain talks to the body. And sometimes it talks with like a monkey chatter. And that's why you have to do yoga more often. When you're ready, slowly bring it to center, hands to the waist, tap the foot in. Go ahead and recalibrate, center of gravity. The movement we just practiced, we're just repatterning it, lifting the knee. Remember, your body already practiced this. Drop the hip, extend the opposite arm. Sweep it forward. You can push with the heel or keep the toe pointed. It will make a difference. Twist it over to the left and reach the arms out. Big inhale as if you're going to give a hug. Big breath in. Open up. One more big breath. Open up. Exhale. And now bring it to center and set it down. Shake it all off. Great job. Okay, so let's come to a center position to find symmetry. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Exhale, sweep them back. Bring the palms forward. Push your hips back. Okay, I got a new cue. Imagine somebody's handing you a newborn baby and you're trying to reach for it, but at the same time, you want to sit back into the lazy boy recliner. How's that sound? Okay. And it's not just the baby, they're giving you the whole bassinet. So really get your fingers out, press it up, relax your jaw. Good. Remember to bend those knees, push your hips back. You're relaxing through the sphincter area. That's right. Relax through the sphincter. Big inhale, press up. You should feel something going on with your ribs right now. Try to flare your ribs out. If you're feeling waves of heat, you're doing this right. I promise you. Inhale, stand up all the way. Exhale, grab your right wrist. Pull it over to the left. Push down into the outer part of your right foot. Good. It's sort of a side stretch or a crescent moon impression. You can look up. This is going to be the most labor intensive for the body and the breath. You could look over that left shoulder, just a little kinder with the body, probably a better breathing pattern. Pull up on the wrist as you inhale. Exhale all the way. Now big breath in. There you go. Self-adjust it to that side rib. When you're ready, slowly bring it to center. Woo! Both hands overhead. Grab your left wrist. Pull it over a little bit. So even though we're pulling on the wrist, we're still mindful to open the armpit. You're actually lifting your shoulder blade and lifting your shoulder up towards your ear. Step into the outer part of that left foot. Shift the lifts over. Shift the lifts. Shift the hips over to the left. Shifts happen. Inhale into your upper left lung. And exhale. Remember to pull on the top of the breath. Inhale. Pull it over at the top of the breath. And exhale, bring it to center. Big breath in, reach it up. Exhale, sweep it around. Take the arms forward. Push the hips back. Imagine that you have a brick between the knees. It can't necessarily be a volleyball, a baseball, maybe like a small Nerf football. That's about the width you want between the knees, and you're squeezing. Now palms come up. Pull those shoulders back. Imagine you had ice cubes down your shirt. Woo! Pull it back. Good. Inhale, press it up. Good. Hopefully you start to feel some things getting tight in your low back, but it's not the spine itself. We're attempting to activate muscles that are specific to healthy posture. Option to shift forward, lift the heels just a tiny bit, maybe enough to swipe a credit card, maybe a little higher, maybe Michael Jackson. Pull it back. Good. Drop them down, inhale up. Grab the left wrist, little tiny pull over. Step into the outside of the left foot. Reach with the armpit and shoulder. Look over to the right. Inhale into the upper left lung and pull over. Exhale, let it retract a little. Inhale, pull over. And come to center. Grab a hold of the right wrist. Lean over just a tiny bit. We're opening the liver now. This is a fire organ. When you're ready, push into that right foot. Inhale, lift up the armpit and shoulder. Look over to the left. Exhale, those muscles are going to retract. Inhale, flare up your ribs. Think of the breath as like an accordion, the way it flares the ribs. When you're ready, slowly bring it to center. Reach straight up. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep it back. 2 more. Big inhale. Exhale back. Last one. Big breath in. And exhale. Good. Inhale, reach it up. Turn the palms back. Ending with a back bend today. Bend the elbows just a little bit so that your shoulders are protected and we can really isolate the spine. Press the palms back. You could even do it like a bicep curl. Shift forward, lift the heels. Push your pelvis forward. Act surprised. 1, 2, 3. Notice how it pulls up your ribs. Keep the ribs lifting and now lift and look up at the ceiling. You have the option to push your hands back behind you so that maybe you look like the front emblem on a Rolls Royce, or you look like that florist decal, right? Big inhale, reach it up. Hips forward, chest high, big smile, act surprised. And now drop the heels and take it down. Let's do one big breath to close. Big inhale. Exhale if you're fogging the mirror. And you are all done. That's it. Body reset done. Y'all have a great day.